Hey, you know what's better than a $5,000 PC?
What?
A $5,000 PC that costs $0. It's time to give you free stuff.
Okay.
Can you like talk to Nick?
Wait, no, not this one. This one.
Say this to you guys at some point. I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button forever.
Wait.
I always say.
Is it this one?
This to you guys at some point. Like it should be. Feels like there should have been harder things. There's like breakups.
Oh.
It's weird to say, but the hardest decision I ever made was picking between YouTube and Twitch.
Facts. I agree with that. The hardest decision I've ever made career-wise was a month ago as well. Where I just had to decide, right? Like the deadline was coming up and they were like, Toast, we need an answer. And I remember this. I was in bed. I got the call at 7 a.m. because that was the deadline. Of, we need the answer right now. And I remember going, for a solid minute. And I had to just say one, and I said Twitch. It's a really tough decision.
It doesn't seem like it should be. Feels like there should have been harder things. There's like breakups. I had to choose what college I went to, what job I had, where I moved. Those were scary too, but...
Toast, you should have gone to YouTube, said the guy typing in Twitch chat. If you love YouTube so much, why aren't you watching a YouTube streamer right now?
This feels like I'm giving up the most. Because Twitch means a lot to me. I love Twitch. I really do. And before anyone just thinks that the reason I left was because of money, let me sit you down. And let me tell you exactly what happened. You see, my partner contract with Twitch ended in November. It actually ended right around when I was in Italy. And during those times, I was talking to Twitch and I was talking to YouTube, as you do. And originally, I was like, I'm just going to chat with YouTube to leverage the deal, to buff my Twitch deal, and then stay with Twitch. Because I'm a Twitch guy. There are people out there who think of Twitch and they think of me. When I think of my own identity, I think of Twitch. And then I started chatting. And the more I did, the more I realized that YouTube made more sense for me. Like, I love streaming. But what actually makes me that is just making dope shit. Making things that I think are cool. And hopefully some other people out there think they're cool too. Things like Mogul Money. Things like the Christmas album. You know? The kickball tournament. Any of these ideas that take a lot more time and effort than just booting up stream and reacting to something or playing Super Auto Pets or whatever is what makes me happy and I'm proud of.
The issue is someone needs to enforce the ownership
if I
of the
stayed
debt,
with Twitch, I can't get into the
doing,
specifics,
so
but the
it's
way the deal was
useless.
structured is I would have to be grinding hours. Again, I can't get into the details. But YouTube offered me more money than Twitch. I'll just say straight up, they offered me more money. And both platforms had me streaming the same amount of hours. That was the original deal. And even then, with the same amount of money, I talked to every single person I knew. My mom, I talked to like all the creators I respect. I talked to Mizkif for advice. Mizkif, I was like, hey, can you give me advice, Mizzy? And he's like, what the hell are you talking to me for? I don't know. I called up old friends. I called up Bobby Scar. I talked to everyone I knew because I was at a loss. But I ended up deciding to go with Twitch, which might seem backwards after the news, after what you've probably seen. because that's not what reality is now. And after I decided, the main decision maker, I didn't know what to do after talking to all those people. So I did what I normally do. I flipped a coin. I even recorded the entire thing. I basically made the biggest decision of my life for a content coin flip.
We are establishing a new Amazon.
Ludwig, how much ads are you playing, bro? You just got a big bag from Twitch. Do you really need to play this? You really need to put this much ads in? Ah, it's fine. It's fine. It's Ludwig. I'll support him.
I stay on Twitch. Now, surprisingly, you might have noticed that it landed on Twitch. Yet this is not the news story that came out today. Ludwig re-signed with Twitch. That's kind of not that exciting. And that's because right after the coin flip, I felt a wave of relief, which made me think it was the right decision. And so I was happy with it, and I went to the guys at YouTube, and I said, look, I want to hop on a call with you guys because I respect you. I think you guys are doing cool things at YouTube. I really do think that, but I'm going with Twitch. And they fought for me. And I realized in that moment that even though I've been with Twitch for 3+ years, even though people call me the golden boy of Twitch, I've never felt like the golden boy of Twitch. I've never felt particularly loved by Twitch. I love Twitch, but it hasn't been a two-way street.
100% big fat agree. That was my experience when I left Twitch 2 years ago. Like, I told the story, got picked up. It's like, hey, Toast is leaving. Toast, you know, his contract's up. And to be fair, Twitch never had to do stuff like this until Ninja and Shroud. So, Ninja, big shout out. People don't give Ninja enough credit, but he paved the way for these platform deals, right? Because in the past, it's like, no, you're a streamer. You stream on Twitch. What are you talking about? I'm not going to give you extra money. You're going to stream on Twitch. What are you going to do? Go to Mixer? And then that's what Ninja did. So he went to Mixer. And then Twitch is like, oh, God. You can do that? You can just leave? And then Shroud left for Mixer. It's like, huh, I guess you could just do that. So then, oh God, everything I'm about to say is hearsay and not meant to be used in a court of law. So legally unprotected. This is what my friend said that I heard. Not me though. I'm not saying any of this. I'm just repeating it from a friend. That's how law works. But Twitch saw that, and you know what happened? They got scared, and they started throwing money at, I'll be honest, streamers that didn't deserve all that money. Streamers that took that money and then just chilled. Just fucking chilled. Essentially, it's like getting thrown Facebook money and then just chilling. It's like, thanks for the big bag, Twitch. I'm gonna chill now. And then what happened? The money pool dried up. Jeff Bezos saw the report. All right, Twitch. You spent 10 millions on this streamer. What did he make us? Well, sir. And YouTube and Facebook, right? And sometimes it does feel like you're either on Twitch or if you're off Twitch kind of deal. Well, who knows? Things might be different over 1 year. But yeah.
You know, it sounds so selfish, right? Like, I'm making a shit ton of money. A lot of people, I have a lot of fans. Everything's going well. But I feel like a whiny 8-year-old child who just wants some approval from a parent. And I never got that. I never got reached out to after the subathon. Not even like a, hey, you made us the most money anyone has ever made us in a month. Thanks. And none of that. I never got anything. But I love the culture of Twitch. But YouTube, they gave me something when I came back. It was like some insane
1 year. But yeah.
You know, it sounds so selfish, right? Like, I'm making a shit ton of money. A lot of people, I have a lot of fans. Everything's going well. But I feel like a whiny 8-year-old child who just wants some approval from a parent. And I never got that. I never got reached out to after the subathon. Not even like a, hey, you made us the most money anyone has ever made us in a month. Thanks. And none of that. I never got anything. But I love the culture of Twitch. But YouTube, they gave me something when I came back. It was like some insane accidental negotiation tactic.
It's time to give you free stuff thanks to our friends at Honey. That's right, you could win a $5,000
They allowed me to stream way less hours a month. And that maybe you're thinking, are you just trying to, you know, rest, invest, as they say, basically do less work and get more money. But it gives me more time to do cool shit that I'm super excited about. It gives me more time to work on the yard, make a new Mogul Money show that I can actually do every single week. And I don't have to go live trying to fill hours so I can make enough money so I can do these cooler ideas.
Random internet opinion.
I want to make the
Take
biggest
with
Smash
grain
tournament
of
in the world.
salt.
And I'm going to in 2022. I want to have the biggest prize pool, the most entrants ever for Melee and Ultimate. I want to do that. But this is going to cost me probably $1 million. And I was thinking of ways to make $1 million so that I could spend $1 million without it being done. I was thinking about doing another subathon. I was thinking about doing like a subathon in person, some expansion on the idea when I decided to go with Twitch because I needed more money to be able to do a cool idea like that. I was like, why am I giving up a month of my life? And so I went to Twitch and I did the same thing that I did with YouTube. I said, hey, I decided on YouTube. What do you think? And no disrespect to the guys I talk to or Twitch as a whole. The guys who I talk to don't get to decide everything. They are not Twitch. Twitch is a giant multi-thousand employee company. There's 18 pipelines things have to go through before they can get done. You know, you have an idea, it won't be executed for 10 months and it will look nothing like what you originally thought. I know all this. But it still fucking hurt when they said, we wish you the best. And so although I love Twitch, and I always thought of myself as a Twitch guy, they're not going to help me make the shit I want to make. I don't feel especially liked, respected, wanted. And I also don't want to do something because it's comfortable. The main thing holding me back from YouTube was fear. YouTube's not Facebook, no offense. It's not Mixer.
Whoa. Ludwig, I'll have you know that in the latest stream report, between Facebook Gaming and YouTube Gaming, taken by Streamlabs, the highest bastion of integrity, says Facebook Gaming have overtaken YouTube Gaming. Okay, so, you know, I better check your facts before you go off saying stuff you don't understand. Okay, real talk though. Viewing wise, look, guys, I'm not on Facebook anymore. I swear. I swear Mark Zuckerberg isn't still paying me. I promise you guys. Facebook gaming has more hours viewed right now than YouTube gaming. That's facts. I'm sorry. I know public look wise and PR wise and marketing wise, YouTube is like way, way, way better than Facebook in like North American culture and like on the LSF community, Twitch community. But numbers wise, Facebook actually has more than YouTube because of international audience. And before you're like, well, that's because Facebook bought their views or something. That's, I don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't be surprised if both platforms are kind of like fudging the numbers just a little bit. Because sometimes when I look at Facebook numbers, I'm like, And sometimes when I look at YouTube numbers, I'm like, Because they want to be known as like, hey, we're making big money moves here, right? Hey, look, I'm just clearing the air here. I'm just clearing the air.
It's fucking YouTube. It's like the biggest website in the world for posting content. But it's scary. And I made a pro.
Facebook is huge in Asia. Yeah, Facebook is huge in Asia. I think there's a lot of criticism you can say to both any platform. But the funniest things to me is when people are like demonizing Facebook for being a billionaire company that like deals with people data while defending Amazon and Google. Like, I can understand not liking Facebook for the UI or the platforms, but I don't understand hating on Facebook for their business practices while defending Amazon and Google. Like, you gotta find another reason to not like Facebook than that, right? You can't hate one billionaire and suck another billionaire's dick.
Pros and cons list, and the one con I had for YouTube is that I'd feel alone. And I'm still scared of that. But it's crazy not to do something just because you're scared. Everything else makes it seem like the right decision. And so if it takes a coin flip in an insane negotiation tactic for me to stop being a pussy, then so be it. I don't know if this will be cohesive. I'm recording this right after my last ever Twitch stream. And now I'm a YouTube gaming streamer. And I don't even play video games. I don't think they...
That's so fun. That's true. Ludwig has never been known as a gamer, and he's signed to YouTube Gaming.
Know about that yet, but let's just keep that a secret. I've worked really hard, by the way, if you guys haven't heard, with Otto. We made an extension together that's just trying to make the experience on YouTube better. So all those subs that you had on Twitch are now combined with subs on YouTube, the memberships. The name you have, you can now change it to your Twitch name if you want. The emotes will be exactly like Twitch emotes. I just want to make it as seamless as possible because I don't want to lose chat along the way. Chat's the reason I like streaming. I lose chat, I lose the love I have for streaming. And I promise that extension will only get better. So if you guys haven't already, check it out. It's honestly worth your while. Otto put a lot of... And I promise that extension will only get better. So if you guys haven't already, check it out. It's honestly worth your while. Otto put a lot of time into it. We're going to start adding some cool features like channel points. But it'll be our own custom channel points. So I'll be able to scale the economy because we'll have the whole back end to ourselves. Unbanned forms coming and included in the overall package. There's also things I haven't talked about, some secrets and surprises. Maybe you guys will find out. But I can promise you one thing. I've been streaming for about 4 years part-time, almost 4 years full-time. And I said I'd only stream 5. I'm sorry to say I'm scamming you one more time. I'll be here for at least 6. Anyway, boys, I hope you understand a little bit more. Hopefully you respect the decision. And hopefully you come to hang out on YouTube Gaming. I've always been like a streamer and a YouTuber. Not a lot of streamers can say the same. And that's always going to be the same case. I'm still going to be a streamer. And I'm still going to be a YouTuber. And I'm going to try to make even cooler shit this year. Thanks for watching as always, boys. And hopefully I see you in the streams.
Oh my God.